or stable coins or
to get into, I don't know, everything you read, Don Jr., on conflict of interest for the Trump family with
Look, Donald Trump Jr., he's been very vocal about Ethereum. He told people to buy Ethereum. You have the literal richest and most powerful family in the last 10 years. I don't think there's anyone as powerful. If your surname is Trump, you might you're probably a multimillionaire at that point. But just getting into crypto is absolutely huge.
Here's today's headline. Bitcoin goes all in on MAGA. It's no longer libertarian. It's no longer decentralized. It's no longer cool. Suddenly.
So that's what people have an issue with, is like the president owning tons of crypto, and that's why they voted no.
It's almost got the rubber stamp of the administration. And lead into some of the other things. The meme coin. Is that okay for your dad to have a meme coin?
I think, of course, when he did that before he was in office, he did these things. The reason we got into crypto, and we're all in on crypto, and we're doing American Bitcoin, and we have World Liberty Finance and USD1, was because there was a time, and probably I'd been on this show, where I could call any single banker in New York City. They'd pick up the phone. I'd be able to get a loan for whatever real estate project I was doing across the street. Then we got into politics, and all of a sudden, they wouldn't take your call. Right. You couldn't get financing.
So they're basically saying that they are having to take crypto coins because nobody wants to give loan to the Trump family. I mean, if you're a Trump family and you're the U.S. president, like, wouldn't you have a guarantee that you would get a loan? I don't understand politics that deep. But to me, I really don't understand. And I love how vocal they are on this. Like, this is what politics needs to be. Are you okay with your dad owning a meme coin?
We were debanked. And what I realized, and my brother realized, because we were the recipients of every subpoena imaginable, was that, you know what, we were actually just the top of this sort of pyramid scheme that we didn't realize we were a part of, that the financial system was totally undemocratized. Because we had a certain balance sheet and whatever, we could kind of do whatever we wanted. The regular guy was messed up. Now we were all of a sudden in the shoes of the regular guy that wouldn't be able to take advantage.
We have some more of the news on also the crypto bill coming up. I'll put it up after this video. Plenty of news, guys. I actually found some more. Just found it right now.
Of the markets, and we said, what's the solution for that? The answer is crypto. These decentralized platforms where you're not beholden to this, where you create efficiency.
I think the issue right now is crypto is not going to be, like this secret den of thieves where people can just hold crypto and not tell anyone about. I think it will become kind of like the stock market. And this is what the Trump family might have to realize, is that right now they're pushing towards making crypto basically a second class for making people wealthy. Because right now the food is $40 for 1 week or 3 days, let's say 3 days. And it's absolutely crazy how expensive food is right now. Guys, if you're watching this right now, comment down below how much your food is. Or if you don't, like, it is absolutely crazy expensive. You have rent coming up. So what do people do? They buy XRP, they buy Ethereum. Some people put their life savings and it pays off for them. And I think kind of, Trump Jr. Said, we are not doing this. We're doing this for decentralization. I think this was crypto before. In 2025, you're kind of forced to go into the crypto industry, into the deep trenches, if you want to make serious money. Because right now, you can only make serious money if you work 2 jobs, and that's it. Literally, the rent right now for the young generation is almost impossible. I mean, $2,000 for a few meters or whatever you want to call it, like square feet. It's absolutely incredible how much people are out of touch. It is very expensive to live in today's society. And how can you make money? People buy XRP. People bought XRP at 30 cents. And again, it's gambling. It's gambling for a lot of people, and they are gambling on their future. But some people, they don't have other choice. I know people my age, and they only have $100 in their bank account. And they are like students. And, one mistake, one hospital bill, and life is over. $30,000, $10,000, $5,000, $3,000 in debt. You can always make it back, but this is not how life should be. And people are making money now in different ways. And XRP and all of this is one of them. And I think kind of you know, Trump and Trump family saw this potential and they want to get on crypto because they see a lot of money. They're smart people. They see that crypto is easy money. They see that if they get these crypto bills passed tomorrow, we are going to be seeing generational wealth coming in from institutions. They're literally holding the green button to buy their own cryptocurrencies. And I'm very vocal about that because, you know, people deserve to know. People deserve to know the truth on my channel.
As a guy that did real estate, why am I paying points in and out for title insurance that could be done on the blockchain? So we got into crypto not because it was like, hey, this is the next cool thing. We got into it out of necessity. We got into it because we understood just how quickly we could be turned off, even as an incredible developer from New York City. I mean, I don't think anyone would argue that we...
I mean, yeah, I think pretty much confirms, yeah, that they couldn't get a loan and they had to kind of consort to crypto.
Didn't change the skyline of New York City, but that disappeared in an instant. I mean, we're getting sued by the New York State AG, $500 million fees for paying back loans on time with interest. These aren't, you know, fair markets. There's nothing egalitarian about any of that. So we actually, as innovators, as people who understand these things, we went all in on a concept that makes total sense because we'd actually been the recipient of how quickly that can be shut off. And so it actually makes total sense. The Trump organization isn't doing anything with foreign countries. The first time around in the administration, we actually stopped doing all foreign deals. And unlike the Bidens, we were actually doing international business before we got...
You know, I'm trying to be neutral on politics, but for crypto, I predicted it right. I said 2024 December that the Trump family is going to have a very positive effect on crypto. And here we are. They are literally having 4 projects started up. They're getting all these big crypto companies together, and they're trying to work with them to get this bill across to basically pump and consider, you know, there's so much money abroad. So you only have so much money in US, which is a ton. So what do you do in crypto? You get people from Korea, Korean companies. You get people from Dubai, which is a very nice country. But there is 0% tax for crypto there, and they want to get them back to US and give them 0% tax as well. This is how it should be done. You basically make extra money doing that, right? And that's what Trump's family is aiming for in crypto, getting those big whales, basically big players back into the US country that have left. You know, they have left post-COVID and now they want them back. And yeah, they're going to not pay as much taxes, 0% tax. But guess what? They're going to spend on expensive rent, on jacuzzis, on yachts. They're going to spend on all this expensive stuff. And in the end, they're going to pay a lot of money indirectly to the U.S. government, which means extra money for the U.S. bankroll. And U.S. is very smart on that.
Here's my question, though.
But let me finish.
So there's more.
Stop doing those things.
And next up, we have also coming like crypto bills.
The market still says, oh, they're profiteering off of this. They're doing that. We got zero credit. We shut down hundreds of millions of dollars of business to voluntarily just say, just in case. So now what we're going to do, we're going to play by all of the rules. We're going to do what we're allowed to do. But we got zero credit for going so far above and beyond because, you know, that's the nature of this beast, right? It's a market cycle. I get it. It's click-worthy. It's nonsense.
So let me ask you a question about the meme coin, okay? You may not believe this. I want your father and this White House to have all the credibility in the world.
And again, a lot of people don't trust him because of the meme coin. I think it was bad. Nobody liked that. I think it was basically money for them. And they're still making a ton of money that they never have to launch their own meme coin. But this is how you get someone interested, right? So they get some small amount of money and then now they're invested in crypto. They're talking, Trump is already talking with key crypto players. He just had a dinner with XRP CEO, and that's what really helps.
And invariably, people are always going to question whatever any president does. But one of the things that people do demonstrably question is they say this meme coin that your father has creates the opportunity for foreign adversaries, people in the U.S., anybody, if they want, to effectively funnel money
as bad as Hunter's art.
It's
as bad as Hunter's art or the Clinton Foundation with her getting back into the White House. It just seems like a way that greases the skids for influence.
So I think the meme coin, you don't know who's actually doing any of these things, right? So
but that's one of the things that has people on edge.
It's different because it's hard to influence if you don't actually know where the stuff's coming from, right? So I wasn't involved in the meme coin. I'm more focused on, obviously, the stable coin, the Bitcoin mining, some of those things.
Yeah, so I think this is a very fair point he makes, is not just the meme coin itself. It was just one post. But they're actually doing a lot more than meme coins, and I gotta give him props for that. He's literally doing mining, is dipping his feet on stable coins. Literally all the other stuff other people don't want to do or don't do correctly, they have enough funds to do, and they're going to go full on into this.
But the reality is, I think a lot of these things in the meme coin...
You're not taking responsibility for the meme.
I'm just saying, the reality of the meme coin is it's sort of a proof of concept that the crypto world understands exactly what I was talking about earlier, that the markets may not necessarily be fair. The traditional banking system may not be fair to them. So it's a proof of concept of what I think we can move the needle in crypto. And I think that's going to be the future of finance. It's going to be the future of banking, almost without question, if we can accelerate that process by going all in on it.
But you've heard from people in the crypto industry, I imagine some of your friends who have said that some of these coins and what's happening may undermine a little bit of what's happening because people are questioning it, right?
I have not heard that from anyone, actually. What I hear from those people is like, thank you for doing this. You're giving us the legitimacy that we fought for so long. And this isn't just a conservative issue, Joe.
I think the issue with Trump meme coin is like, this is what people didn't like to see in basically the Senate hearing, is that Trump launched his own meme coin, because everybody's happy as the price goes up, but when the price goes down of the meme coin, it basically means that the richest, one of the most powerful people, the people who trusted him, basically lost money by putting the money into Trump, and it has already dipped fairly enough. So I think that's the big point that politicians are trying to make. You don't need this extra money. You can do these crypto projects without putting this meme coin into, but of course he can't admit that, and that's completely fine, because he did some great stuff for crypto and he's very vocal about it, and they basically pumped Bitcoin back to $40,000. They gave $40,000, so they took probably like a few million, but gave back to the Bitcoin community. They could literally, what could happen, guys, this is like an alternate scenario, is you could literally just ignore crypto as the US president and nothing would happen. But what they did instead is they built some great projects out there, and they pumped in another $40,000 into the crypto space. So this is their master plan, and I've been talking this on my few videos.
These are highly libertarian people. This is actually one of those 50 million holders of some sort of crypto, whether it's Bitcoin, stables, ETH, Sol, whatever it may be.
I mean, they're already super rich. That's the thing. They're already making so much money. But crypto holders who got here, on this live stream, nobody cares, basically. They are going to be making tons and tons of more money from other crypto investments, crypto projects. They're probably making much more. They could literally get sponsored by a crypto exchange. If they got sponsored by crypto exchange, I'm guessing the crypto exchange would pay probably like $50 million, $80 million.
With freedom, they've seen what's happening, and they're looking for a corollary and a response.
I got one more for you, which goes to, do you believe, if you believe in the US dollar, which I think we all want to believe in, do we think that crypto, Bitcoin...
Let's check some more on the crypto bills up next. I did find some more info as well, guys. I'll keep you updated on this. Just got a bit sidetracked on this Trump, that we just got out, this Trump interview. Like, a lot of people are not viewing that. 37,000 views, again, for someone so influential. Just tells me how small crypto is. Welcome everyone to the stream, and thank you so much for smashing that like button.
Utility and those things happen. What we're doing with USD1, it's literally one-to-one backed with the U.S. Treasuries. If you look at some of these big, stable coins, they're literally some of the biggest buyers of U.S. Treasuries in the world, replacing a lot of the countries that would have been traditionally doing that. So if we want to keep borrowing and spending the way we do for some of these programs, I don't necessarily agree with all of that either. I think these stable coins are actually going to be the savior of dollar hegemony in the world, not a detractor from it. I think that goes without question. If you look at even companies like Tether, I think they're the fourth largest holder of U.S. Treasuries in the world. What we're going to do with USD1, I mean, this is billion.
Again, they're just very transparent on how they're going to put crypto first, and crypto is now going to become a big part of U.S.
Billions and billions of dollars of treasuries.
XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XLM, let's go. Yeah, anything that's going to be in the US company, non-financial advice, but I think it definitely will pump. XRP already saw growth. Cardano already saw pumps. XLM saw pumps. I think Stellar, so that's what it's called. I'm not. There's other cryptocurrencies like Hedera. All of these will have 0% tax if you sell them or buy them. And literally, that already pumped XRP so much. So Trump just announced that
other countries who have not necessarily been good actors or who have taken advantage of those things over the years have said they're going to back away from to try to create their own kind of currency to eliminate sort of, the petrodollar, whatever it may be. I think stablecoins could be the savior of U.S. currency.
I mean, I think it will definitely boost like any economy.
Emily Wilkins on Capital.
Who's on the stablecoin front?
Ugh, so much news.